Streamlining HumanGov SaaS deployment with Kubernetes and AWS CI/CD tools. This podcast is brought to you by Business Compass LLC. We are an Amazon Web Services advanced consulting partner. We build and migrate workloads to Amazon Cloud. Our website is businesscompassllc.com. Our phone number is 973-638-2228. Our email address is contact@businesscompassllc.us. In today's fast-paced tech world, automating deployments is essential for maintaining efficiency and reliability. For organizations using HumanGov, a SaaS application, deploying AWS CI/CD tools on Kubernetes can significantly streamline the process. This podcast will guide you through setting up an AWS CodeCommit repository, implementing continuous integration with AWS CodeBuild, defining Kubernetes deployment configurations, and creating Dockerfiles for HumanGov application image building. Setting up the AWS CodeCommit repository. AWS CodeCommit is a secure, scalable, and managed source control service that allows teams to host Git repositories. To get started, create a CodeCommit repository. Navigate to the AWS Management Console. Open the CodeCommit console. Click on Create Repository, and provide a name and description. Clone the repository. Use the provided clone URL to clone the repository to your local machine. Git clone repository URL greater than. Push code to CodeCommit. Add your HumanGov application code to the repository. Commit and push the changes. Git add. Git commit initial commit. Git push origin main. Implementing continuous integration with AWS CodeBuild. AWS CodeBuild is a fully managed build service that compiles source code, runs tests, and produces software packages. Here's how to set it up. Create a build project. Go to the CodeBuild console and click on Create Build Project. Configure the project's settings, including the source provider as CodeCommit, and select the appropriate repository. Define build specifications. Create a buildspec.yml file in the root of your repository. This file tells CodeBuild how to run your build. Version 0.2. Phases. Install. Commands. Echo installing dependencies. npm install. Build. Commands. Echo build started on date. npm run build. Run the build. Start the build process in the CodeBuild console, and monitor the progress. Defining Kubernetes deployment configurations. To deploy HumanGov on Kubernetes, you need to define your Kubernetes configurations. This includes creating deployment and service YAML files. Deployment YAML. Create a file named deployment.yaml and define the deployment specifications. AP version, apps/v1. Kind, deployment. Metadata. Name, HumanGov deployment. Spec. Replicas, 3. Selector. Match labels. App, HumanGov. Template. Metadata. Labels. App, HumanGov. Spec. Containers. Name, HumanGov container. Image, HumanGov image latest. Ports. Container port, 8080. Service YAML. Create a file named service.yaml to expose your application. API version, v1. Kind, service. Metadata. Name, HumanGov service. Spec. Type, load balancer. Selector. App, HumanGov. Ports. Protocol, TCP. Port, 80. Target port, 8080. Creating Dockerfiles for HumanGov application image building. A Dockerfile is a script that contains a series of instructions on how to build a Docker image. Create a Dockerfile. In the root of your repository, create a Dockerfile and define the build steps. Use an official Node.js runtime as a parent image. From Node:14. Set the working directory. workdir/app. Copy package.json and packagelock.json. Copy package. JSON. Install dependencies. Run npm install. Copy the rest of the application code. Copy. Build the application. Run npm run build. Expose the ports the app runs on. Expose 8080. Start the application. CMD npm, start build and push the Docker image. Build the Docker image. Docker build HumanGov image. Tag and push the image to a container registry, for example, Amazon ECR. Docker tag HumanGov image, latest your ECR repo, URL, greater than latest. Docker, push your ECR repo URL, greater than latest. Conclusion. By following these steps, you can automate the deployment of HumanGov on Kubernetes using AWS CI/CD tools. This setup ensures a streamlined, efficient, and reliable deployment process, allowing your team to focus on developing great features. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Please share this podcast, visit our website, and follow our social media links.